Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this Kawaii Junk nail freestyle, so let's jump right into it. So I'm starting off with some long square nail tips, but these are more like an XL. I'll put the ones I'm using in the description box, but I'm going to go ahead and buff them. It is my first time actually using these nail tips, so I noticed that the shape, I did have to cut them down a little bit because the thumb was super long compared to the other ones. So I went ahead and cut them down, and then I'm going to be going ahead and buffing them here. I just use a mini buffer from Shein. I get like the big packs, and I use these on every single nail set. I'm able to reuse one buffer for a few nail sets because I'm not doing these nails on an actual customer, and there's not like the risk of cross-contamination, I guess, between people like I did with my customers. Like with my customers, when I used to take acrylic clients, I would use a new buffer, a new file for every single person, and everyone had their own baggie with stuff, and I would reuse it. I would use it once on them and then throw it away. So for the press-on, since there's not anybody here and I'm not filing anybody's nails, I'm able to reuse one buffer, probably just for a few sets because then the buffer runs out, but you don't need to use a new buffer for every single one when you're doing press-ons. So I just wanted to mention that in case you're new to press-on nails. I'm also using the stand that I got from Amazon. These stands, so they sell them on Amazon, but they do sell them. I used to get them on AliExpress for a little bit cheaper, but I don't know if AliExpress still sells them. I noticed that a lot of my old sellers on AliExpress that I used to get stuff from, they completely stopped selling, and like their accounts don't even exist anymore. So I have to go back and look, but I've been needing new stands because, as you can see, my nail stands for my press-ons are so used and loved. Like I use them all the time. Of course, I use them every day. I think I have probably like 10 or 15 stands, and I need to just get like all new ones, especially when I'm filming. I feel like sometimes my really old ones look just like crusty in the video, but honestly I know you guys get it. Like you guys know I use them every day, so I don't like it doesn't really bother me that much, but when I go back and record and edit, it kind of does bother me. Like I don't know. So anyway, my point is I'm gonna try to find them on AliExpress. You guys can get them a little cheaper. Hopefully Shein has them because I know they'll be even cheaper on there, but for now I know Amazon has them. I do have them in my storefront. So now I'm gonna go ahead and base coat the nails. I don't know what base coat I'm using here. I think I might be using Beetles base coat, but I just use whatever base coat's in front of me. I've been using the Nailsblingedsuppply one, and I've been using Beetles as always, like I've always used in my videos. So once that is all cured, I do cure that for 60 seconds. I'm gonna go ahead and put on this really pretty shimmery nude color. This color is number 208 from Nailsblingedsuppply, and I'm gonna be doing a few coats of this. It's like a perfect pink color that is kind of like not too pink, so it's kind of neutral toned, but it has little tiny reflex of gold like sparkles, like, but not chunky sparkles. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's such a fine glitter. It looks so pretty and sparkly in low lighting. Honestly, the camera just doesn't do it justice, and when I say camera, I mean my iPhone. It just doesn't do it justice. So literally so pretty. I love the sparkly color, and I am just going ahead and applying 2 coats of this to all the nails, and I am curing after each layer. So I'm applying this layer onto all the nails, and then I'm going to cure the whole hand. When I say the whole hand, I mean like the whole stand for 60 seconds. And then after that, I'll put on a second layer. I also wanted to say, like, to work a little faster, I do apply all of the base color at once, even though I could work nail per nail. Like I could put it on one nail and then cure, and then do the other nail and then cure, and then do the other nail and cure, but you save way more time just doing it like this. So if you're having trouble with how long you're taking, keep little things like that in mind, and that can really help you later on with how long you take to create a set. I know sometimes, especially in the beginning, it's hard to like kind of catch where you're going wrong and like what you're taking so long on, because trust me, I know, especially when I used to take actual clients, I used to take such a long time on nail sets, and I never knew why. And I noticed that I was doing designs one by one and things like that. Doing it all at once really saves you a lot of time. Now I'm kind of rambling, but I went ahead and applied a really good amount of some makartt Rhinestone gel. I like to use this one for charms. I also wanted to mention, when you're using big charms like these, like the Hello Kitty one and then and the cherry, you want to make sure to just lightly buff the back side of the charm because they're like glossy. Same with like those bows. I think I do use a bow in the set. So I really wanted to create like a kawaii Valentine's Day type of junk freestyle. I love junk nails, like where you just put a whole bunch of charms on them. I feel like they look so freaking cute, honestly. They will catch anybody's attention, and I feel like you'll get a lot of compliments on it, even though I know they're not like everybody's cup of tea because a lot of people don't like charms. But as long as you seal them up really good at the edge, they shouldn't bother you too much, especially if you're not using the really big charms that like cover the whole nail. You know what I mean? I like using charms that still fit the length in the nails, but it still looks very junky, if that makes sense. So here I am applying this heart one in the center with some rhinestones around it. This is like the scattered rhinestone design. So I basically put on a lot of the makartt rhinestone gel and kind of sink the crystals into the makartt rhinestone gel so they kind of seep in there. And then you can clean up the edges as you go. If you're having trouble with like the nail getting lumpy on the sides, you want to clean it up with just a little round brush and a little bit of acetone or alcohol, or you can even clean it up dry. But yeah, this just helps. And as you can see, I haven't even cured the other nail that I did with the Hello Kitty. I am just working on them at the same time. The only thing that could go wrong with this is that the makartt rhinestone gel, like your charms can tend to slide. So as you can see, I did 2 nails and then cured. So I will work like 2 nails at a time, 1 nail at like 2 nails at a time to 3 nails at a time. But if I'm using a lot of makartt rhinestone gel, I will do like 2 nails at a time usually. And I know I'm going in such a weird order. Like I should have started pinky, then ring, then pointer, or then middle, then pointer. But I don't know, you guys. Sometimes my brain just like needs to do the middle nails first, because for me, the thumb and pinkies are kind of like accent nails, where not accent nails, but like additional nails to where I want them to match the nails in the center. But this is when I started realizing I wanted to do a full junk freestyle. So yeah, I just love the way the junk nails look. You could see here, I'm just applying little crystals as well. I wanted there to be some sparkle. And I love when people create like that super cute junk French tip. Like, I love the way that looks. I know sometimes people will also do like all rhinestones as a French and then add like a few little charms, like just 1 or 2, to really add to the junk aspect and add charms, but like it doesn't do too much because it's still just rhinestones, if that makes sense. I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. I love the way that looks as well. I want to do a set like that, but to add more into the gold, to tie the gold into the other nails, because as you can see on the middle finger, I applied that gold heart charm. And I'm like so picky about the way things have to match on my nail sets. Like, I realized that there was no gold to tie in on the other nail, so I went ahead and added these little caviar beads, and I felt like it tied the gold in perfectly so that it doesn't look like there's only gold on the middle finger, if that makes sense. So I'm just adding little gold clusters here by adding a few caviar beads together in different sections of the nail, and you can see I'm going to do that to both hands or both nails, and then I'm also adding some flowers here. So once I went ahead and applied the charms where I wanted, and I went ahead and sealed up the edges, I'm just going ahead and top coating now. I am top coating completely over the little flowers and the little rhinestones and the little caviar beads, because I feel like there's no way for me to really get around it that good. The only thing is I would actually prefer to have the charms top coated as well, because I noticed that with these little Hello Kitty charms and stuff, especially if your customer or client, or you, if you're like you use like cleaning solution, or even if you just wash dishes, like the little face on the Hello Kitty will rub off. So I feel like instead of having that happen, it's better to apply a protective layer. So it's better to seal it in the top coat. So when it comes to junk nails, I like to seal the whole nail in top coat, and it doesn't take away from anything. Like, you guys will see the finished product at the end. It doesn't take away from any sparkles or anything. The only thing is, I don't remember if I top coated over the crystals, the bigger ones, but because these are just like so kawaii themed or just like junk themed, I feel like it doesn't matter too much to where you can't top coat over the charms, you know what I mean? And also the same thing with the metal charm on the middle finger. Sometimes those metal charms will lose their shine, will lose like the finish of them, because obviously they're not like the best 100% best quality. They're just charms from like literally anywhere. So I like to top coat over those as well. And you can see here on the thumb, I went ahead and applied a really good amount of glue again, and I'm going to be doing the cute little bow, but I did make sure to etch the back side, because like I said, the back of those bows are really glossy and you want to make sure it does not pop off on you or your customer. So I'm going ahead and just doing that, and then I applied this cute My Melody charm. I felt like it goes with the pink vibes, and I love the way the cherry charm looks. I wish I had more little red charms that I could have added for pops of red, but I didn't have any other red charms. Like, I realized that after, and now I'm like, dang, I should get some cute little red heart charms that are like super mini or something, just something that could tie all this in, because I realized I have no red charms. Like, I have a lot of pink charms and a lot of gold charms, but I don't have a lot of red or like summer themed charms like these. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't know. I don't know if I'm just trying to feed into my charm addiction and trying to buy more stuff, but I literally love buying charms. And once I realize now that I don't have a lot of red ones, I kind of want to go like on Shein and see what I could find. But I'm not going to do that just because I already have so many charms, and I just feel like, I don't know. That's why making these type of junk nails, if you're into this type of look, it's such a good way for you to utilize your charms that you have. And there is a lot of people that love junk nails. So if you like were to post these on your website as a pre-made set or as a ready to ship set, or even if you just post it on your Instagram story for sale as a 20 piece like ready to ship, for people that don't have their measurements and press-ons, I feel like you'll definitely sell it, because there's a lot of people that love big charms like this. Like, I actually get quite a few requests for charm nails, and sometimes it's just that they won't end up ordering for whatever reason, but I do get a lot of people that ask about it. So if you're into like this look, it's a good way to utilize your charms that you haven't got a chance to use. And that's why I love doing it as well, because I didn't ever get a chance to use these cherry charms last year for summer. So I'm like, this is my year, like I can use these now. Sorry you guys, my Alexa. And then yeah, so this is just a good way to use them. So now for the pinky, I'm going to go ahead and put on a nice layer of the rhinestone gel again, and I'm going to go ahead and tie in gold a little bit more for the nail set by adding a cute gold little butterfly and some other charms here. So I really wanted to just not overdo it on this one. I don't like when I do charms that are too big, like cover the nail, especially on the pinkies, because I feel like it could get snagged and really hurt your pinky even more. So this little butterfly is actually teal, but I flipped it over to make it just plain gold, and then I went ahead and put on some flowers around it right here, and it looks really pretty already. So I'm just going to be adding a few crystals and things like that. So here's where I went ahead and sealed the charms up even more. I saw that some charms still had a few gaps on the edges, so I went ahead in with my makartt rhinestone gel, and I'm just going ahead and filling it in. I like to do this as a precaution for the charms, just to make sure they don't snag and to make sure they don't pop off. You always want to do this when you're using big charms. You could even do this with rhinestones. You just want to make sure to seal it with like a more thinner consistency gel. And because the rhinestone gel is pretty thick, or you can go in with like a thin liner brush and grab some of the product and then go around crystals like that if you would like. So that's another good way to make sure your rhinestones stay on. So I'm going ahead and doing this, and then I'm going to cure it, and then that's pretty much it to the nails. I do also file the nails at the very end. I feel like a lot of people have been asking me recently why I do that, and the reason is that it keeps the shape so nice and crisp. I feel like if I file first, the shape will definitely get lost and it won't be as nice. So this is what they looked like once they were all finished and filed in the box. They are the perfect Valentine's Day junk nail set. I love how they turned out. If you guys liked this video, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!